Hey guys, it's Paul. Great day today. Did a lot of riding with Jory. We did about 30 miles. Actually, on a big ride. It was a small ride, but we did learn a whole bunch of great things today. We discussed a lot of things today. Everything from like some positioning on the bike, like when you're going downhill and being down in the bars a little bit more, getting more aero, having your fingers a little bit on the brakes so you can feather them a little bit. That's kind of an important thing to notice. Also when you're climbing, to be up on your hoods, but to be gentle on the hoods up there so you're not putting a lot of pressure through them necessarily. I kind of asked him a little bit about, pushing back on the hoods a little bit and getting your body back and a little bit more rounded. He didn't seem to think that was a great idea necessarily. Actually, I'm going to follow what he says and go ahead and relax a little bit more while I'm on the bike and put less pressure through the hoods and put more pressure into the legs, and so I get a better stroke necessarily out of it, which would be great. So that was some interesting stuff to learn. We're all competitive in a certain way, so we like to work hard while we're on the bike, and sometimes he likes to really push himself and really put the hammer down, if you will, and really kind of go. Other times it's about relaxation. Other times it's about enjoying the day, enjoying what's going on, and seeing your surroundings. We did go through some of these mountain roads, and that stuff was really interesting because those hills were humongous. I mean, these are long hills and steep climbs and very narrow roads. So a little bit sketchy, I would say, especially with two-way traffic going on, and these roads were not much wider to allow like 2 lanes to go through. I mean, you kind of had to really push off to the side. And that was kind of an interesting thing to see the cars as they the road's so narrow that it's just a little bit on each side. And you've had a few people with bikes in that region, boy, you can really get yourself into trouble fast if you're especially descending down those hills. It can be pretty dangerous stuff. And I can say some of these mountain roads and the trees, it's just absolutely some of the most stunning, incredible scenery I've ever seen. Wow. And to experience this is fantastic. We're going to go in tomorrow morning, and I'm going to see some other stuff that he hasn't shown me yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. Just a really great learning experience, learning about how people think about biking, how to think about exercise and fitness in the Middle Ages, right? And so how to stay motivated, why you get motivated to do it, the medical reasons that go into it. How do I start? It's okay to start small, just give yourself that permission to do so. Really kind of watch your heart rates, watch your intensity so you don't blow up. These are all really big factors in the psychology of how to get yourself into better shape. And it's just, too many people try to go too much, too hard, because they're watching a lot of really pro level athletes or high level or more fitness oriented people who are in their younger years and trying to emulate that level of intensity, and that may not be the right thing to do. So I think one of the things that's really interesting to see is that it's not just about the bike, it's really about a lifestyle. And that's true of like almost any fitness activity or any activity that one wants to do, because it becomes part of who you are at that particular point in your life. So you can be active, but that's fine. You can do like I do, let's say go out in the middle of the night and ride. I don't ride with anybody, so I don't have any riding buddies at that time of night. But if you get into a social group, if people say, hey, where are you today? Did you come out? Did you ride? And this is one of the beautiful things about Strava, for instance, the software, online software company that helps track your fitness progress, because you can, socially interact with people that you maybe don't see all the time. And if you don't see them, maybe it doesn't really matter. But it actually becomes your Strava buddies, if you will. And that's, and that's almost good enough that, you kind of look around, hey, did I see Bob do that today? Or did I see Jory ride today? Did I see Rod? You kind of look to see who's out there, who gives you kudos, because it's like, hey, it's a pat in the back. It's some positive reinforcement for what you're doing. And so I think that social aspect of fitness is really important, as is the fitness itself. So, we have to blend those two things, but also not to blow ourselves out at the same time. We can't work to a spot where it's pure torture. And we're driving today at like 3:30 in the morning, so it's been a really, really long day, but very beneficial all around for learning, and hope to learn some more tomorrow. And yeah, we're probably going to go for like a 50-mile ride or something tomorrow morning at 9, and we're going up in the mountains. And we should see some interesting stuff up there. All right, good night, guys. Okay.